So I was just on my way to Eaglesham to do a wee bit of photography because we're getting a rare bit of sunshine in Glasgow at the moment, and on the road there I've actually just passed Cathkinbraes, which, if I remember correctly, had some cracking views of the city from up high. So I'm going to take out the Sony and the Sigma 18-50 2.8 and see if I can get some nice shots. Now, what I forgot to mention was I haven't been here for about 3 years, so my memory of this place isn't exactly the sharpest, so this might be a complete waste of time, but we'll see. I'm feeling quite hopeful considering that we can see somewhat of a cityscape. Cityscape? City line? Looks like a lot of buildings. I don't know if you can even see that on here. Maybe that bit over there. But we can see buildings, so hopefully we'll just continue to head in this direction and see what we get. I've headed in the wrong direction, so back we go. I'm guessing it's probably Queen Mary's seat that we're going. Now this is attempt number 3 at trying to find this place. Again, you can see the cityscape, skyline, whatever. And there's also these mountain bike trails that are laid through this walk as well. And I just found a post that says mountain bike trail, please take care, rock, paper, hospital. Right, so I've just come down that mountain bike trail and I think we might have found a wee bit, but if it's not, it's going to have to be good enough for today. Yeah, this is the bit, however it's blocked off by a big tree. We're going to have to try and find another bit to take the shot from. This may be okay. Down there, looks about my best bet. So this is what we're looking at. We'll just head down this trail. And hopefully no bikes come. So I've just came from up there and headed round down this wee track. And I think this is as good as we're going to get of a shot. So I'm going to try a few different shots here. I set it to f5.6. Let's take it up to 7.1. I'd like one shot with trying to get some of the orange foreground a bit higher. Trying to work 2 cameras at one time isn't tricky at all. Step over the track again, try and get this in the frame. There we go. Just use 3 for a little bit of framing. Need to back button focus. There we go. Right, and off we go. You know what, even if these shots aren't that great, this is still lovely. I think we head back along to the car now, and then we'll head to Eaglesham, which, by the way, is a place I used to live many years ago. And with any luck, the wee cafe is just as busy, and we've still got all those nice quaint little streets, because it is a lovely wee village. So I'm hoping we get some really nice shots. I had this horrible issue where my feet were all warm and dry, but thankfully I managed to take care of that when I was walking through the mountain bike trail. Right, so that's us back in the car. I think I managed to do that without annoying too many cyclists on the path. Am I happy with the shots? Not thrilled. We'll see how they turn out once I've done a wee bit of post-processing on them and see if we can get them to look good. But I'm still glad I went. It was a really nice walk, and I got some cracking views. Feels nice. I'm going to head over to Eaglesham now and then see what we can get over there. So we're here. It's been a while since I've been here as well, actually. It is pretty much how I remember it. So we've headed into a little centre part that's next to the hotel that has wee cafes and stuff dotted around the side. There's this wee walk just here. I'm just down there. Which sort of runs right through the middle of Eaglesham. So this will just get us a nice wee vantage point, and then we can choose which direction we're heading in and start getting some nice shots. Oh, and just while it's in my head, this is the first time I've tried to take the Pocket 3, the camera that you're watching this on, and my actual mirrorless with me at the same time, and try to hold this Pocket 3 in my hand while operating this camera, and it has been very tricky so far. So apologies if the footage is not great. That will hopefully improve over time, and as I've been doing this today, that's lovely. Anyway, as I've been doing this today, it's sort of become apparent that I might need to invest in some sort of harness for this camera if I'm going to be doing these types of walks, because I don't think this is a good long-term solution. Maybe some sort of bag strap mount, maybe a necklace or chest strap or something. Although I say chest strap, and I think probably a wee bit too insecure or lacking confidence, shall we say, to walk around with a chest strap with a camera on it yet. So we'll have a little look. This is going to be a lovely shot. Look at this. So I think in terms of, you know, big landmarks or epic scenes, we're going to be quite limited here. It is very quaint, it's very nice, so I think we're going to be looking for detail shots. So I'll be keeping my eye out for little features on buildings, lights, any little, you know, furnishings or anything that people have outside of their house, and we'll see if we can get some nice detail shots today. So we've got this nice church spire here. I'm hoping I'll be able to get a nice shot of that with the sun hitting. I think I'd quite like a detailed shot up close there. I like this door here. Just scroll on. I like the woodwork on that detail, it's really nice. So the shots from Eaglesham have been very sparse. I don't think there's any good ones, to be honest with you, anything that I'm really happy with. I think that's, you know, 9 times out of 10 when I'm out for a photo walk, that's typically how it finishes, to be quite honest with you. I come back and there are lots and lots of shots that have been taken, and very, very few of them am I actually happy with. And on a very rare occasion do I take a shot and I think, wow, yeah, I'm really happy with that. And I think you can get the impression when you're seeing things online, videos and whatever, that
every time that you go out, you should be getting fantastic shots, and I think that's an unrealistic sort of expectation and pressure to place on yourself, because in my experience at least, that's never been what it's like, and in fact it's quite the opposite. Almost every time I go out, there's very few shots that I'm happy with. So I'm not upset, I'm actually happy that I came out today, despite having not got any shots that I'm really happy with, because I've enjoyed being out and just, you know, sharpening up my eye, looking for opportunities and just paying attention to the things around me and helping to sort of develop that tool, because at the end of the day, that's what photography is about, really. Just going out, paying attention to the smaller details in life, looking for scenes, and doing your best to try and capture the opportunities when they arise.